Hey, cats, what's good? Here with the second episode for your Sunday afternoon here, or morning, depending on where you're at. But we got a few topics to go over. Again, just like the previous, some of them may smack you across the face, and other ones you absolutely expect, all right? But you know the deal. You want to hear it? There you go.
We laid this cloth down in the forest next to a wolf. Dang it. You're a bad kitty, Wayne.
Good morning, American infidels. Welcome in as always. Appreciate the stop. Hope you enjoy. We got a couple topics here. We'll start with BRICS Nation. Their de-dollarization campaign getting another push. Indonesia now, announcing that they will only trade with their own and local currencies and are already doing so with Thailand, Malaysia, Japan, and of course, China. And will begin doing so at the beginning of May with South Korea, right? South Korea and Japan, supposedly being deeply tied allies of the United States, but are obviously in on the push to remove the American dollar as the trade standard, right? This all began 2014 with the United States sanctions on Russia, who is one of the world's largest energy producers. A lot of these countries are heavily reliant with energy trade with Russia, and being forced to not only trade with American dollar that's steadily losing value, but also being taxed for dealing with a sanctioned nation. So obviously not a fruitful situation for the smaller countries involved. You can see why they went off the greenback train. But on that same note, with the removal of that standard, the remaining American dollar value would be gone literally overnight. We're talking hyperinflation, Venezuela standards, hundreds of dollars for a roll of ass wipe. But this is, almost solely due to the uniparty's ability to devalue the dollar on their own through overprinting, borrowing, and just racking up debt. You know what I mean? So, thanks a lot, you lizards. Anyway, moving on. Former Deputy Director of the CIA, Michael Morrell, has testified in front of Congress that former Biden campaign staffer and current Secretary of State Anthony Blinken played a major role in the drafting and creation of the 51 Intel member-signed letter stating that the Hunter Biden laptop situation had all the earmarkings of Russian disinformation, right? This being the real coup, the real insurrections, this was the deep state protecting their own and doing whatever they had to do to make sure someone that they considered a threat to not be in office. Obviously, talking about Trumpsicles, and we know through the Twitter files and whatnot, meta leaks, that these people worked hand in hand with social media giants to not only censor this stuff, but remove people that spoke on it in order to affect the outcome of the 2020 election. You gotta speak in slight code at least, right? Because YouTube's a zone, it's fucking purge, right? But sticking with that same theme here, the good old deep state, an IRS whistleblower, has come forward and asked for whistleblower protection in exchange for testimony citing cover-up, preferential treatment, contradiction of sworn testimony, and failure to mitigate conflicting interests in the Hunter Biden tax probe. I wonder how that could be, right? And of course, the spineless jellyfish, Merrick Garland, is nowhere on the topic, and we know he sure as hell isn't going to do anything. Again, this is the deep state taking care of their own, corrupting elections, and refusing to let American people disseminate information for themselves to make educated choices politically and socially. All right? Moving on, but still stuck again with the old deep state. Right? New map release reveals how deep the Soros corruption money has affected the legal system across the country, having 70 prosecutors installed from coast to coast, right? 70, that's pretty deep. This is one more reason to not only remove foreign monies from our government, but also to put limitations on what any entity can contribute to elections or campaigns. As far as personal contributions, just ask old Dinesh D'Souza. You'll spend some prison time for giving away too much of your own money, but you can give millions to nonprofits that can then filter down that money into local campaigns and elections. Okay, this is all part of it. It shouldn't cost $1 billion to run for office. Okay, this is supposed to be a government for the people, by the people, and that is the furthest thing removed from it if you have to be able to spend or raise $1 billion+ to gain office. That is complete corruption. All right, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you think. Please, if you can see it, like, share, subscribe. Smell you later.
We're not against the Republicans. We're not against the Republicrats. We are against those MAGA thugs. Thugs.